सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ नमो नारायणाय। 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 ॐ यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः। Humble prostrations to one and all present here. So starting from today, we are going to see some very often discussed topics from Bhagavad Gita. So today we will be taking up this topic of, what is the topic today? Handling stress. Yes, handling stress. First of all, we have to understand, with regard to the state of mind, there is a law. And the law is, as your thoughts, so will be the state of your mind. This is the law. As your thoughts, so will be the state of your mind. If the thoughts are good and noble, mind is peaceful, mind is cheerful. If the thoughts are negative, impure, then the mind will be disturbed. In other words, if the thinking is right, then the mind is peaceful. If the thinking is wrong, the mind will be disturbed. Wrong thinking is then and there punished as a disturbance in the mind. This is a cosmic law. So therefore, if the mind is disturbed, what does it mean? Some wrong thinking is going on in the mind. Any disturbance of the mind is an indication that my thinking is wrong. There are so many disturbances in the mind. One among very many disturbances is what is called as stress. So therefore, whenever there is stress in the mind, what does it indicate? It indicates that there is a wrong thinking going on in the mind. Now, with regard to this stress, what is that wrong thinking? And what is the right thinking? Let us discuss the right thinking. Wrong thinkings can be many. What is the right thinking which will put an end to all the stress? What is that thinking which we have to cultivate? So the right thinking is, world is perfect. World is absolutely perfect. What is the wrong thinking we have? Somewhere world is not going in the right direction. World is imperfect. People around me are imperfect. Happenings around me are imperfect. This is not the way things should be. This is not the way my near and dear one should be. All these thinking, they're all wrong thinking. How do we know they are all wrong thinking? That thinking will lead to stress. It will lead to disturbance of the mind. So now, we must understand this, that the world and the happenings in the world, they are absolutely perfect. Why are they perfect? They are perfect because this world is beautifully controlled, ruled by an omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent God. Omniscient, all-knowing, omnipresent, all-pervading, omnipotent, all-powerful. When such an all-knowing, all-powerful God is taking care of this world, can something improper, imperfect happen in this world? Never. So whatever is happening in this world is perfect. Put in another words, you cannot improve this world because it is functioning at its best. Any problem? If you have a problem, your thinking is wrong. And how do you know your thinking is wrong? You will be stressed. You see, then and there, wrong thought is punished. The reward for right thinking is peace. So if there is peace, congratulations. If there is disturbance, you have to work upon yourself. Everything is so beautifully arranged by the Lord. If you see this world, every being is empowered to live a beautiful life. Every being, if you just see this universe, how each and every being is living. You see? When the Lord has created a fish, what has it done? It has given that fish the ability to survive underwater. You see? How beautifully the Lord is taking care of each and every one of us. The fish is given 2 fins. And what is the size of the fin and the tail? The size is perfectly that which is needed for it to swim efficiently. Depending upon the width of the body, size of the body, weight of the body, the fins are designed. Yes or no? And that fish is provided the necessary food also. Everything is taken care. It is taught how to breathe inside water. A monkey on the tree. There is no oversized monkey. Only that much size which the tail can bear the weight. The hands can bear the weight. Only that much. And the monkey is a fruitarian. This must be a reminder for everybody else. When the creator of the mobile phone has created it, he has also given the ability to silence it. World is perfect. So, this monkey survives on fruits. It is given the ability to balance itself upon these branches. Hang up upon these branches with the hands, with the tail. Each and every being, if you see how beautifully the Lord has created. Wherever the Lord has put that being, abilities are given. That being is empowered. An earthworm under the earth is able to survive. The food is right there under the earth. Isn't it? The environment, the food. You see? There are so many foods which human beings cannot digest. You know why? Otherwise this fellow will eat away everything. No other beings can survive. That is why grass we cannot digest. So that we will leave grass for the cows and the buffaloes and the deers. How beautifully everything is planned. Every being has its own food. Again, the way they eat food is also different. We chew, masticate and swallow. But there are beings which just swallows. A python. Eating style is so different. A chameleon. So different. It has one tongue. With a lightning speed it comes out. Sticks to the prey. Because the tongue is filled with mucus. And the being is in. You know the speed with which the tongue goes out? It is said in 0.01 seconds, in 10 milliseconds, the tongue goes from 0 to 60 miles per hour. That is the speed of that tongue. It is faster than the fastest car. Acceleration of the fastest car, it seems. You see the intelligence that is exhibited in this planet. How beautifully that Lord has taken care of every being. The surroundings, the food, the ability to digest the food. The cow eats the grass and sits quietly in a corner and chews the cud. You see that ability? Ability to take out that eaten food and then again chew. So when you start seeing all these little things, we see how beautifully Bhagavan has created every being in its right place, given the ability to eat food, provided enough food, given the ability to digest food and be happy in that environment. If this is true, it is true with human beings also. Wherever the Lord has placed us, in whatever the body He has placed us, in whatever the environment He has placed us, whatever the responsibilities He has given us, He has empowered each and every one of us. So there is actually nothing to worry at all. If He has given a responsibility, He also has empowered us to fulfill that responsibility. Such perfection the world is created. If we know this, there won't be any kind of stress at all. It is impossible to have stress. Why? If you are given a responsibility, you are also empowered to fulfill that responsibility. You are given the talents and abilities to fulfill that responsibility. You are given the resources to fulfill that responsibility. Everything is provided. You don't have to ask, it is provided. Just like it is provided for birds, animals, insects, even trees. It has to just stand there. You see, if the tree is big, the roots are huge. If the branches are big, the roots are huge. If the plant is small, the roots are also small. According to the size, everything is provided. Elephant has a huge body, therefore a huge tummy, and therefore a huge mouth. Ants, everything is small. You see how beautifully, proportionally everything is provided. So when such a Lord, who is omniscient, omnipotent and omnipresent, when such a Lord is taking care of this world, taking care of each and every one of us so beautifully well, where is the question of stress? Yes or no? Actually, there is no need to get stressed at all. Now the question is, then where does this stress come from? What is that mistake we are doing because of which we get stressed out? To answer this question, we will have to go to a very important law in this world. What is that law? The law is, greater the evolution, greater the freedom given to the beings. This is the law. The greater the evolution, greater is the freedom. If we all know that there are so many varieties of beings, living beings, plants, insects, birds, animals, and then finally human beings. They are all at different stages of evolution. Beings with least evolution is plants. In Srimad Bhagavatam it is said that as a being evolved, the more and more sense organs become active. Sense organs become active, then mind starts becoming active, then intellect starts becoming active. So in this creation, which being is the most evolved being? Which being? Human beings. Because the human beings are given the intellect, the discriminating ability. So the law of this creation is, greater the evolution, greater the freedom. It is true In our family also, when the child is very small, do we give freedom to that child? No, because the child doesn't know anything. So we don't give any freedom to a newborn baby. What to eat, we decide. Though the child want to eat anything and everything, whatever is seen on the floor, we don't allow, because that ability is not there. But as a child grows, we give more and more freedom. Yes or no? And finally, total freedom is given. Whether to stay with parents or to stay with girlfriend. Total freedom. The point is, as you evolve more and more, you have to take decisions by yourself. Others will not take decision for you. You will have to take the decision. Greater the evolution, greater the freedom. Now, since human beings are the highest evolved beings, plants are the lowest evolved. So therefore you will find that there is no freedom given. Even to move around, there is no freedom. Even the physical movement is restricted there. You see? Next stage, animals, little more freedom is given, but not total freedom. What the animals should eat, Prakriti decides, cosmos decides, no freedom. But the moment a being evolves, graduates to the human status, total freedom is given. Now, freedom can be very dangerous also. The more and more freedom is given, the more and more you are responsible for your fate. Because freedom can be misused, freedom can be rightly used. Choice is given. So we are all given this choice. We are given freedom. Now, this freedom can be utilized in two ways, broadly. This freedom can be used to live in this world mainly two ways. What are the two ways? Number one, we can have an ego-centered life. Number two, we can have a God-centered life. These are the choices available. Ego-centered life, God-centered life. What is ego-centered life? Ego-centered life is, I alone am the creator of my destiny. I don't believe in God. Which God? I don't see God. Therefore, I will live my life according to my likes and dislikes, because life belongs to me. It is my life. I will live my way. This is called as ego-centered life. Now, when you live an ego-centered life, remember, the moment ego becomes the priority in your life, you are responsible for everything. And this is exactly when stress enters into your life. Because this world is designed to be uncertain. Everything in the future is uncertain. Life is uncertain. Happenings are uncertain. So in such an uncertain world where my knowledge is very limited, what will happen? There is always a fear regarding the future. There is always this fear. And this fear regarding the future is what we call as stress. So this is the fate of a ego-centered person. Now what is the second path? God-centric life. God-centered. Now this person, he says, this body, how it is surviving, I don't know. How this life is pulsating in this body, I don't know. How the heart is beating, kidney is functioning, I don't know. How the brain is functioning, I don't know. How the food is coming, I don't know. So all these factors which are coming together in order to sustain my life in this world, not even one factor is in my control. What is happening inside my body, I don't know. What is happening outside in the cosmos, I don't know. So many factors, infinite factors are coming together because of which I am alive. And these infinite factors are coming in a very intelligent way. Therefore, definitely there must be an intelligent principle who has kept all these factors together, which we call God. So therefore, this life is a gift from Him. It is because of Him that I am alive in this planet. So therefore, my life must be a life in tune with Him, obedient to Him, centered in Him. A life which is pleasing to Him. That such a life is called God-centered life. So whatever I do, I turn to Him in a prayerful attitude, with the attitude of humility and gratitude. Turn to Him, seek His advice, seek His guidance, and then I live. This is called as God-centered life. And now when you are in tune with that omniscient Lord, amazingly you find that you are in tune with everything associated with Him. You are in tune with His creation. You are in tune with the happenings in His creation. Amazingly, you will find that there is peace and harmony in your life. Amazingly, you will find that in any situation, you intuitively know what to do and what not to do. Why? Because the moment you are in tune with Him, He guides you. In fact, you are available in His hands for His guidance. An egocentric person is not available because he is only listening to his own likes and dislikes. Whereas a God-centric person is available for his guidance. Guidance is there for everyone at all times. Bhagavad Gita says, Pitahamasya jagato mata dhata pitamaha. I am the father and mother of this universe. So every being is connected to that Supreme Lord. And that Supreme Lord is the father and mother in each one of us. And just like any father, any mother, constant guidance is available. Just like a father or mother constantly goes on correcting the child, guiding the child, preaching to the child, advising the child. This continues because that is an expression of love. In the same way, constantly that Lord is talking to us, guiding us, warning us, consoling us, strengthening us, inspiring us, according to the need, according to the circumstances. A God-centric person is a person who listens. This world is a very dangerous world because everything is complicated here. Body is complicated. Mind is complicated. Sense organs are complicated. Intellect is complicated. And the world also is complicated. It's a complicated world of happenings. So I really don't know how to respond to certain situations. So therefore I need guidance. Guidance is constantly available. The only thing is I have to quieten my chattering mind and I have to tune to that divine guidance. If this guidance, if we live our life, you will find that there is absolutely no need to feel stressful at all. Because whatever is needed is provided. And whatever is needed is provided, where is the question of getting stress? If you have to face a situation, He will tell you how to handle that situation. If there is a responsibility given to you, He will ensure that you are empowered to fulfill that duty, that responsibility. Resources will be given to you. Knowledge will be given to you. All facilities will be provided to you, provided you are in tune to Him. But if you are not in tune to Him, your own noisy mind will show you 10,000 options in front of you and make you feel that you have all these options, all these things are important. But the moment you are in tune with the Lord, you know that there is only one thing to be done, and I have enough time to do it beautifully well. Suppose the light goes away and you don't know the exit door. Complete darkness. How many options are in front of you? Every way you walk appears to be an option, yes or no? There are thousands of options then. When you are blind, when there is no light, how many options are available? It appears that there are thousands of options. But suppose a light comes, you open the eyes, then you find that there is only one exit door. So now how many options are available? Only one. In the light of God, you clearly know what to do, what not to do. But in the absence of that light of God, when there is total darkness, the darkness of ignorance, the darkness of ego, that egoistic mind will misguide you, saying that there are so many things which are important. And we run after so many things. Time is limited, abilities are limited, resources are limited, and we are running after thousands of things. And you are not able to fulfill it. So then what comes? Stress. So what is the cause of all the stress that we experience? There is only one reason. We are not connected to our source. We are not connected to our center. That's all what is needed. And this itself is the message of Bhagavad Gita. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tva sarva papebhyo moksheshyami ma shuchah. Don't grieve. All those dharmas which you think that it is your duty, leave everything and turn to me. I will tell you what actually your duty is. What actually you are supposed to do. The responsibility which I have given you is something which you can easily fulfill. I will never overload you with impossible responsibilities. I will give you only that much which you can carry. Just like when we are going, say, to the airport, we have a small child also. So what kind of bag will you give to that small child? Will you give that huge suitcase? Seeing the capacity of the child, only that much bag will give, isn't it? A small bag, a carry bag, which the child can carry, only that much we give. If ordinary human beings like us have this much of common sense, you think that Lord, omniscient Lord, will give extra responsibility, extra, things for us to carry? Never. So the one mistake we are all doing is, we live in this life disconnected from our Divine Father and Mother, the Lord. So, if I don't believe in God, who is the loser? God has nothing to lose. But we have everything to lose. Stress, worry, tension, anxiety, all these kinds of negative emotions. Now, the modern science proves that all your physical disease is also connected to your mental stress. If your mind is unhealthy, very soon you will find yourself with an unhealthy body. You see, the moment we get disconnected from that source, we suffer so much. Physically, emotionally, psychologically. So one solution which can put an end to all stress is this: connect to God. And this is the central message of Bhagavad Gita. In each and every chapter, this is again and again emphasized. Ananyas chintayanto mam ye jana paryupasate tesham nityabhyuktanam Yogakshemam vahamiham. Those people who turn to me, keep me as the highest priority. Yogakshemam vahamiham. It is my responsibility to look after their welfare and well-being. These are all the promises made by the Lord in Bhagavad Gita. The central message is this: turn to me. Now the question may come, who is this God? So Bhagavan himself says, I am the very consciousness in you. Consciousness. This is how he defines himself in us. The consciousness in us is God. Now tell me, is it there in you or not? If you don't respond, maybe you're sleeping. Consciousness is ever there. Every moment that consciousness is there, it is because of that consciousness that you are conscious of this speech. You are conscious of this hall. Kshetrajñam chapi mam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. Bhagavan says, Arjuna, let me introduce myself, who I am. I am not this physical body. Son of Vasudeva, Yashoda, Devaki. No. Who am I? I am right there in you. As the very knower in you. The knower in you is me. The very I in you is me. So therefore, spiritual life is not renouncing the whole world, renouncing family, going to some mountains. Spiritual life is not a life of an escapist. Spiritual life is a life where you are in tune with the essence in you, the truth in you, and then you are beautifully handling the situations in life. This is spiritual life. So now I am sure you may be having a lot of questions. So now we can have a little Q&A. We have around half an hour time. You have the mic. If today there is no question answer, then tomorrow I will not give any time for Q&A. They have to come here. Can the mic go there?
Because the speakers are here, you want the mic. We'll bring the mic a little closer. Okay,
but it will be difficult, right, for them to walk. If that cordless mic is not there?
No, the cordless didn't work. So.
Oh, it didn't work. Okay. So you have to brave yourself and come here and speak. Cordless didn't work. We were planning to have a cordless mic. I don't think they will ever come here to ask questions. Somebody has to break the ice, then they will queue up. Ha. Mic is here.
My voice is loud enough.
Oh, this is perfect. Ha.
Actually, it's not related to stress by itself, but one thing that we learned in the Mahasamadhi camp is the new thing that was started, that all Hindus should know the Panchamrit Gita. So can you comment on that? I went through those 5 shlokas, and it seemed like it's like a Karam Yoga going into acceptance of God, and what you just said, basically.
That I will talk in the last day.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, so just the request is to come on this side, otherwise we can get some echo effects that can cause a problem.
Hari Om Swamiji.
Hari Om.
Just like you are trained as an electronics engineer, I am also. Just today's world where the shiny objects which we all carry, how you think one should deal with it?
Deal with what? Tiny objects means?
Shiny object means the phone, all the electronic instruments.
Okay.
Because I think as part of my understanding is our human evolution, we are not trained to handle so much of data which is coming, which we all have to face it whether consume it, ignore it, but it's too much. And I think that too much information, I don't know, I feel we are not trained to handle that. So do you have any thoughts, ideas?
The more and more you go away from OI, you get trapped in AI. Original intelligence, OI means. See, according to all the spiritual texts, God is right there in your heart as the very center in you. So to the extent you are going out, to that extent you are going away from God. Going away from God means what? Going away from strength, going away from knowledge, going away from peace, going away from everything that is auspicious. And that is why we have so many psychological disorders, all because of this technological gadgets. To the extent you go away from your center, you are going towards darkness. You are going towards misery. Because Ananda Swarupa, this self in you, God in you is Satchit Anand. Going away from Anand, where will you go? Dukkha only, sorrow, what else? But now, we are living in a world where all these gadgets are absolutely impossible to, get rid of. So therefore, the only thing we can say is minimize its usage. Don't be dependent, don't be a slave. That's all I can say.
Hari Om Swamiji.
Ah.
When the thoughts are also coming from the God, so when there is a decision to be made, either to go this way or this way, that's also coming from our consciousness. So how does one get to decide as to which is the right direction to make the decision on? Because both the thoughts are coming into my mind from outside of me. So what helps me, or what is it that I need to do to be able to go in the right direction?
Yes, you see,
Thank you.
always there are two voices heard in our heart. One is the voice of the ego. The other is the voice of God. One is the voice of likes and dislikes. The other is the voice of righteousness. For example, when a criminal is going to commit a crime, suppose he is going to stab somebody, there are two voices heard inside. What are the two voices? The ego will say, kill him. He has been a troublemaker. Eliminate him and then my life will be peaceful. This is what the voice of the ego will say. The voice of his vasanas, impressions, criminal tendencies. That's what it will say. But at the same time, there is another voice which will say, don't do it. Even in a hardcore criminal, that voice is there. It's the voice of God. In fact, the moment he becomes angry, in that fit of rage, he is going to do something, you will find that his mind is extremely disturbed. That disturbance is an indication from the Lord that what he is going to do is wrong. So there are two voices. So many times what happens, when the mind is extremely disturbed, we are not able to hear this voice. The only time when we can truly hear the voice of God is when the mind is peaceful. It is called a sattvic mind. Mind has got three moods: sattvic, rajasic and tamasic. Dull state of mind is called tamasic mind. Agitated state is called rajasic mind. And a peaceful state of mind is called sattvic mind. The whole discussion comes in the 14th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Gunatraya Vibhaga Yoga. The whole discussion comes. What are the different characteristics of these minds? How you can recognize in which mood the mind is, whether it is sattvic, rajasic or tamasic. So therefore, whenever important decisions have to be taken, never take the decision when the mind is disturbed. Never take the decision when the mind is sensuous, extroverted. Never take the decision when the mind is dull. Always take decision when the mind is peaceful. Then you will never repent for the action you have done, because that action has been done when you are in tune with God. He is guiding you and your action is based on His guidance. You will never repent. This is the way. Did I answer, Amma? Okay. You have to come here. Oh, okay. Oh, no problem. Amma, you can stand there. Chinmaya Mission members will get chance last, okay? Non-Chinmaya Mission members. Come here, Amma. Please come here.
Hari Om Swami. The question I have is, actually a couple of years back, I went through difficult health issues. I had I was blessed to learn Narayaniam at that time. I completely surrendered, and now I am in a state of acceptance and then work on what could be improved. I am in that mental state, but the people around me are in the egocentric kind of thing. See, if you can do, if you think you can do, kind. But when I analyze myself, I can do only what I can, right? So, and also from the children, like they have some expectations, they are fighting for it. From my point of view, as a mother, as a wife of a husband, and with the in-laws or my parents, how will I handle those situations? Because from my side, I have the mentality to accept, then work towards where I should and what I can, kind of analysis. But from I could not handle.
Others around you are disturbed because of your peace.
No, they are telling I am very passive. When I tell that everything will be taken care of by Guru Ayappan, then I am praying, I am doing whatever I can, but still, no.
Why that still?
That still is because, I am pulled by the other expectations.
So that means others' disturbances are disturbing you.
Right.
That means your peace is not yet strong.
Right. And also my, children also, when they struggle with their expectations, I am getting disturbed.
You see, Amma, our job is not fulfill the expectations of others. Our job is only one, to please the Lord. The one who has created me, is that Lord pleased? If He is pleased, your job is done. There will be 100,000 people with 100,000 expectations. You cannot fulfill them. Your job is only to please Him. And once He is pleased, how will you know? Your mind will be at peace. That's all what is needed. And that is attainable. Pleasing everybody is impossible. Yes, if no, you'll have to come here, Amma. Oh, you are loud? Okay, then you can shout out.
It may not get recorded on the camera, that's all. And
That's fine.
this angle is important because otherwise it will cause this. Close.
Hari Om Swamiji. So, as I understood, if we actually connect to the God is our responsibility, it's my responsibility.
Yes.
It's not my responsibility for my family to be, or to make sure my family is connected to the God too, right? So my kids, they don't believe in spirituality. I want them to, but I tried. I kind of failed. My son, my daughter, they are teenagers, and they think it's not important for them. Like someone said, there is a lot of data coming in today. Nowadays lots of digitalization is there, and kids think there is a lot of information out there, and they have less time to indulge. So they think they don't have any time for the spirituality. should I worry about it that they don't want to be involved in spirituality at all, or should I give them some guidance, or how can I give them?
See, Amma, unless you are spiritual, you cannot inspire anyone to be spiritual.
True.
And unless they see the benefit of spirituality through your behavior, they will never be inspired. A person who is tuned to God, that person will be peaceful. That person will be cheerful. That person will handle all situations beautifully well. Now, when such an embodiment of peace walks around us, you cannot but get attracted to that person. This is a proof that you are spiritual. Proof of spirituality is not chanting some mantras,
Correct.
lighting some diyas, doing some arati. We think that is spiritual. No. If you are truly spiritual, it must be reflected in your personality. The decisions you make, the way you carry yourself. If a person is spiritual and shouting and yelling and all that, he is a bad example for spirituality.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well said. Yes. Thank
So
you
therefore, this is the first step.
Yes.
How much am I spiritual? Only then I can preach spirituality to others. In fact, you don't have to preach. Your presence itself will be a great preaching. Because your children will see, yes, look at my mother, how different she is from other ladies. How beautifully she is handling all situations. Not even by mistake, any wrong word comes from her. Any disturbing act comes from her. How beautiful. Slowly what happens? Silently you become an inspiration for your children. It's a silent inspiration. Because they can very clearly see the difference. The non-spiritual versus the spiritual. The non-spiritual all the time disturbed. Complaining, grumbling, disturbed, tensed, worried, anxious. This is the condition of non-spiritual. And here is one spiritual person who is absolutely moving in grace. Then automatically you become an inspiration for your children. This topic anyway will come in parenting.
Sure.
I think tomorrow is that topic.
Thank you so
Did I answer?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Radha Swamiji. The way our upbringing happened all together, we have been very competitive in nature. That's how we came to this country. And everyone around us, including myself, everybody is very competitive. What are the milestones in that spirituality journey which we can plan, think about it, so that we can attain to the state which you have just mentioned?
What are the milestones?
Milestones.
What should we do?
Yes. And one request, I don't know if today or the next 5 days, year back something in the Mount Temple, you have given one lecture on replacing the negative thoughts with the positive thoughts. That method somehow is there in my head because it was a great impression that you left on us first time we heard you. If you any day you can repeat that,
Yeah.
that will be beautiful. Thank you.
Yes. So your question is, what should we do? What was the first question?
What should be the milestones to attain the spirituality so that we know like these are the checks and balance we can maintain around us to get.
What should we do to become spiritual? Is this the question? Or how do we know that we are spiritual?
We already answer our question, like lighting the diya and doing the artis are not like spiritual.
Yes.
Spirituality should be reflected.
That anyway, there is another topic, connecting to God.
Something
We'll talk in detail about that. Yes. Yes.
Hari Om. During night, first night I sleep good, and then go to restroom and come back, and then I face sleepless night, and then I start thinking, and ultimately I become sad.
Become sad.
I become sad. After returning from restroom, I start thinking, and ultimately I become sad.
Okay.
And how to overcome and how to be, cheerful and sleep again. That is my question.
Okay. So the question is, after coming back, I think and become sad.
Yes.
You see, as I told you the first law, what is the law? As your thoughts, so will be the state of your mind. So if the end result of that state of your mind is sadness, it simply means that the thoughts were negative. We will not be using negative thought, that term is wrong actually. Wrong thinking is the right way. When my thinking is wrong, ultimately I enter into depression, sadness, all those negative feelings. So therefore what we have to do is replace the negative thoughts with positive thoughts.
So how to do practically?
That is where meditation comes into picture. So we have this 5-point technique. Anyway, you have asked, so we'll say 5 points. What are the 5 points? Observe, detect, eliminate, substitute, strengthen. Observe your mind. Detect the negative thoughts. Eliminate the negative thoughts by substituting it with positive thoughts. And then strengthen these positive thoughts. So once the positive thoughts becomes really strong, you will be effortlessly entertaining positive thoughts. And when positive thought becomes effortless, cheerful state of mind also becomes effortless. This is the way. So sadness is because of negative thought. Now you will have to find out where I am going wrong. So it is better to take a notebook and what all thoughts are passing by, just keep writing down. And then find out how these thoughts are wrong. They are all wrong thinking only. This homework you will have to do. Anyway, you are not getting sleep, so take a notebook and sit with a pen. In fact, you will find that as you are writing, you will feel sleepy.
Not easy to replace wrong thinking by right.
That comes later. First is painfully becoming aware of the negative thought. This is the first step. Replacement comes later. First of all, let me know what are those negative thoughts. I should become consciously aware of these negative thoughts. That is the first step. You can't enter into 5th step without going through first step. This homework you will have to do.
So I have to note it down.
Yes. Sit down and write down. What are those thoughts going? Write down.
And then?
Then we'll see. First write down. You will come to know, these thoughts. And then find out why these thoughts are wrong. This is the second thing which you have to do. If you say that, no, these thoughts are right. No, then that means still the homework is not complete. These thoughts are leading to misery. It is leading to sadness. So definitely one thing is for sure. These thoughts it is in the line of wrong thinking. How these thinking, they are wrong. Find out. So only through satsang, etc., you will come to know the right thinking. So in this situation, what is the wrong thinking which is currently going on, and what should be the right thinking? Write down that also. So in the red ink, write down what are the wrong thinking. With blue ink or green ink, write down what is the right thinking. And then try to entertain the right thinking again and again. Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha grishyate, Bhagavan says. Abhyasam, constant practice. Then you will find that this sadness will just vanish. Yes.
Hari Om Swamiji. The stress word, in my opinion, is a modern word that came up in the recent times. In Bhagavad Gita, was Arjuna under stress? And what was the message in a short message or whatever Lord Krishna gave to Arjuna to eliminate that stress? was there a mention of anything like that in Bhagavad Gita about this modern word called stress?
See, throughout Bhagavad Gita, the term comes is disturbance, udvignam. That term comes. Dukkham also comes. Sorrow or any disturbance of the mind. So in very many places this term comes again and again. In fact, Arjuna collapses on the chariot, not even able to handle the bow. The first verse of Bhagavan in Bhagavad Gita is Gatasun agatasuncha na anushocanti panditaha. Panditaha na anushocanti. This is how Bhagavad Gita starts. Wise people don't grieve. What does it mean? Wise people with their right thinking will never come to sorrow. So therefore, what is the conclusion? All your sorrow is because of wrong thinking. This is the essence of Bhagavad Gita actually. Wherever there is wrong thinking, there is some kind of disturbance, agitation, misery, boredom, loneliness, whatever the term you may use. It is basically a state which I don't want to be. It is a state of sorrow. Now the sorrow has got different flavors due to different reasons. It can be boredom, it can be loneliness, it can be agitation, it can be guilt. Varieties are there. But that is a state which I don't want to be. So in one word, it is dukkham, sorrow. The whole Bhagavad Gita is how to come out of this sorrow. Hari Om.
So there is time for just 2 more questions. So if you are, please come fast.
At what time we have to stop? 9. Okay.
Hari Om Swamiji.
Yes.
My question is about the 5-point technique that you mentioned. Right? So observe, detect, eliminate, substitute, and then strengthen.
Yes.
So my assumption is that in my current state, my mind cannot be empty. Right? That means my mind and intellect has to entertain some thought.
Yes.
Right? So with that assumption, unless I already have a right thinking,
yes,
to replace the wrong thinking,
yes,
I should have that list of right thinking before I start eliminating the wrong thinking. Because otherwise in that state, the minute my mind becomes empty, I will revert to the
negative thoughts.
Negative thoughts.
Yes. See, if you don't know what that right thinking is, keep the mic with you. Maybe you will have another question. If you don't know what that right thinking is, surrender unto God is the absolute right thinking. Oh Lord, I don't know what to do. These are the thoughts which are coming in my mind. Please guide me. There is nobody else to guide me. If this way you surrender, amazingly you will find the mind becomes quiet. Because all disturbances, directly or indirectly, they are connected with the ego. The moment you surrender, the ego is gone and you will find extreme peace. If you are not able to entertain the thought, take a notebook and start writing down. It will work miracles. You just see this. Pray this way and see the state of mind afterwards. Doesn't matter, you don't have to know what is right. Surrendering is the ultimate right thing which you can do in life. Tameva sharanam gaccha sarva bhavena bharata. Tat prasadat param shantim sthanam prapsyasi shashvatam. Tameva sharanam gaccha. Surrender to Him alone, sarva bhavena, by always. And by His grace, you will attain peace. So when you do this prayer, you will find that your mind is attaining peace. That peace itself is the proof that your prayer has reached God. Peace is the proof.
And that prayer is the right thinking.
Yes. Om sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet, asato ma sadgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma amritam gamaya. Om Pur पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ